What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. In today's video we have a huge preview of the up and coming Festival of the Lost event. Today we take a look at the new weapon, but also all the armor and even the cosmetics. So if you want to see the new armor sets in 3D and also what all the cosmetics look like, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now, each and every year we get a Festival of the Lost event. This is Destiny's Halloween themed activity, and whilst this has changed over the last few years, haunted sectors are likely to return. This is on top of earning candy by defeating combatants and completing activities, whilst also earning spectral pages and then converting those into manifest pages via the haunted sectors themselves. But with each free event, we also get an event card which you can choose to purchase if you wish. And on top of that, we also get brand new armor ornaments and also a wide range of new cosmetics over at Tess in the Tower. Now, whilst a lot of the items in Festival of the Cost require you to spend real world money, the Cosmic GSP does not. This is the brand new rapid fire frame grenade launcher. Now, we made a video weeks ago covering all the weapons in this event. If you haven't checked it out already, make sure to do so, and I'll leave the full video down in the video description below. But in terms of the perks available on this grenade launcher, it can roll with things like Enlightened Action, Impulse Amplifier, Surplus, Loose Change, Clown Cartridge, Full Prep, and Quick Draw, and that's on top of Repulsor Brace, Cascade Point, Explosive Light, Wellspring, Collective Action, Destabilizing Rounds, and High Ground. And it even comes with the origin trait exclusive to the festival event called Search Party, and that's where the weapon is granted faster ADS speeds and movement speeds while aiming down sights when no allies are near. Now, while some of those perks are really good, the big question is how good can they be on a rapid fire frame GL? Well, with the Festival of the Lost likely to launch on the 17th of October, we don't have too long to wait. Now, as well as that brand new weapon, we also have brand new armor ornaments. These were community voted, and if you do intend on picking them up, you will need to purchase them from Tess over in Eververse when the event launches later this month. Now, the Titan's armor set is called Crawling Chaos. Now, thanks to JP Deathblade, we are able to get 3D renders of these armor sets and have a real good look at what each armor set looks like. Naturally, they will look so much better in game, especially when you can add your own shaders. And on top of that, the helmet isn't the one that goes with this armor set, but nevertheless, we get a real good look at what Titans can look like when Festival of the Lost kicks off. Now, moving on to the Hunters, we have the Mygamorph armor set. Now, this is very in keeping with the Titan's armor set and is in fact from the same concept design. Now, unlike the Titan preview though, we do have the full armor set equipped here, giving us a good look of exactly how this will look. And if you're asking why are all the hands blue, this is because the hands themselves are the same on all armor sets. Now, next up we have the Warlock's armor ornaments, and these are called the Carapace. Now, unlike the Titan and Hunter, these are from a different concept preview. So whilst the Titan and Hunter look like arachnids, the Warlock is more akin to a beetle. That being said though, if you're not a huge fan of insects in general, then you may not be a fan of any of these armor sets. That being said though, which class has the best armor for this year's event? Be sure to sound off down in the comments below. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the cosmetics, and these vary on their sources depending on whether they're available directly from Tess as a purchase or via the event card, which in itself would need a purchase even if you complete the objectives to obtain the cosmetics themselves. Now, the first item we're going to take a look at is called the Confection Exotic Shell. Now, the Halloween events are all about consuming as much sugar as possible, especially considering the amount of candy we'll consume by defeating combatants during the event. Now, everyone loves their Halloween themed cupcakes, and this year's event is no different. And whilst the color scheme on this item won't match the final asset in game, but at least gives us a good idea of what it looks like. Now, next up we have the Heart-powered Exotic Ghost Shell. Now, this is probably one of the most ornate looking exotics added to this year's event. Now, with that being said though, I'm kind of struggling to see how this item is Halloween themed. Maybe I'm completely missing the trick here, but if I am, then be sure to sound off and let me know down in the comments below. And the third and final exotic ghost is the Spinneret Exotic Ghost. Now, this is highly linked to the theme of this year's Festival of the Lost armor ornaments, and mostly matches the Hunter and Titan armor sets. So if you want to go full send on the theme of arachnids, then this will be the ghost to pick up upon this year's festival event. Now, our Festival of the Lost event would be incomplete without brand new sparrows, and we have some pretty epic sparrows this year. The first one is called the Mourner, and as we can see, it's highly themed around an old funeral carriage. Now, I will say some of the cosmetic items added as part of these live events have an incredible amount of detail. The Mourner Sparrow here is no different, and may in fact be an item even I pick up as part of this year's event. Now, no carriage is complete without its steed, and next up we have the Stygian Steed Exotic Sparrow. Now, it would be pretty awesome if you could somehow connect these two sparrows together, and whilst that is highly unlikely, much like the Mourner, this has some pretty unique detail associated to it. Again, another decent Halloween themed item, and one to maybe consider as part of this year's festival event. And the third and final sparrow for Festival of the Lost 2023 is the Sugary Staple. Now, I will admit this preview makes this sparrow look very ordinary, and as we know, a lot of the cosmetics, especially as part of Festival of the Lost, tend to be extraordinary. So fully expect this sparrow to look so much better in game, especially when you start adding your own shaders. This year's event does have some new shaders too, however sadly we aren't able to preview those. And again, should you wish to pick up any of these items, they'll be available from tests upon the launch of the event or via the event card, and you'll be able to unlock them via event tickets by completing event challenges. Now from here we're going to move on to exotic ships, and there are two brand new ships for Festival of the Lost 2023. The first is my absolute favourite, and it's the extraterrestrial vehicle. It's a straight up UFO, and you'll be able to use it in Destiny 2 when Festival for the Launch kicks off later this month. Naturally, the colour scheme that you see here isn't the greatest, and it will look so much better when it launches in-game. Now, having a UFO as my ship in Destiny is something that I've wanted for such a long time, and will this be something that you'll pick up? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And the final cosmetic we're going to take a look at is the Fairy Tale Flight, the second exotic ship. Now again, much like some of the sparrows, this is incredibly ornate and has some wonderful detail, and will most likely be a very popular ship as part of this year's event. Now, Festival of the Lost wouldn't be complete without brand new masks, and we have 8 new masks to earn as part of this year's event. These come in the form of Callus, the Tormentor Mask, Mara Sarv, Nimbus, the Puka Mask, Clovis Bray, the Disciple, and the Good Boy Mask. Now, these can be all picked up from Eva Levante over in the tower, and you can purchase these using candy, which you'll earn by defeating combatants and completing activities during Festival of the Lost. So there we have it, guys, a good preview on the up-and-coming Festival of the Lost event and all the up-and-coming cosmetics. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump into the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.